Hey y'all, we got a little issue here on the farm. I hope this will work, because if it does, it'll be a huge help. And it'll help them too. What is going on, y'all? Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm. Hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful day today. You can see I'm in the greenhouse again. Finally got the greenhouse exactly like I want it. I'm going to take this table out though, right here. But I got the outside cleaned up. All the stuff that was in the greenhouse that needed to be thrown away is thrown away. Everything that didn't need to be in here has been put back where it needs to go. And got the greenhouse just like I want it. Except the heater. We're working on the heater. Now some asked, well, Jason, is this you got a propane tank? Is this heater made for propane? Yeah, it's propane. Right here, see that? Propane gas right there. Right there. If it wasn't, the gas company would have converted it where it'd have been fine, but it is for propane. I want to show y'all one thing in the greenhouse real quick. The parsley's coming up. Right there. I just water, so it's got it fold down, but the parsley's coming up. And y'all, I just saw a snap right there. There's a little snapdragon coming up. How awesome is that? So I just read this morning that this is the second driest August in 129 years of record keeping in our area. I don't ever remember watering this much, ever, at either farm. It's been rough. I water the fruit orchard at least once a week, and I let it run all day long. And it's on drip, so it's low pressure. And once a week, like clockwork, I water the fruit orchard. And I gotta show y'all something. And this happened pretty daggone fast. I mean, but look at this right there. That is one of my very productive apple trees. And look at this. That is crazy. It's still alive, but it got stressed out so much that it started dropping its leaves. And thankfully, it's the only one. Everything else looks good. So while I'm out here, I'm gonna grab me one. I'm gonna grab me an apple this morning. Right here. And I like to get me a pear too. Hey girl, how's that breakfast this morning, Loretta? Pretty good? Yeah, I see y'all been staying in that waller, which is good, which is real good. I got the water hose on now over there, filling it back up. I actually even been putting water in this one too. They get in it as well. Dry and hot as it's been, you need all the waters you can get, ain't you, girl? All right, you have a blessed day now. Good morning, y'all. Come on. Come on, Curtis and Red. Y'all, come on. All right, y'all get back. Leave me alone, Daddy. We're trying to eat. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, Daddy. Dr. D will be coming soon. To weather Curtis and Red for us. If it's anything like Gus, it was basically on the safe side 4 weeks after they've been fixed, that they gotta stay away from a female because they still can produce babies. But we're going to double check with Dr. D on that. Goats may be different, not quite for sure. But we definitely don't want any pregnant goats. And that meaning the youngins, the three girls over there, Laura, Martha, and Mabel. Way too young that could be very, very serious if that happened. Hey gang, y'all can see I let the crew back over here in this pasture. It's starting to get tall. And tell y'all something funny. The emus kind of remind me of children because they absolutely, we open this pasture up to them, and out of a 24-hour day, they maybe have spent 10, 15 minutes out of that day over here. Rest of the time, they're over yonder. They were over there in the pond pasture the entire day, just about. So I was like, you know what? This grass is getting tall, and Fifi dust bathing. I mean Capri. But the grass is getting tall. It's been a few weeks. Let's bring these guys back over here and let them start eating this grass down. And it never fails. Soon as I do that, y'all, those emus won't in this pasture. They won't in this pasture now. You can see them pacing the fence over there. They won't in this pasture. Just like children. Now, when I had this pasture open and they didn't come over here, you know, they didn't. And some may say, well, they want to be over here with the goats and stuff. But they never, ever, ever pace the pasture connected to the goats, because the goats are connected to the pond pasture right over there. They never pace that area over there. And when I had this open and the emus could walk around in here, which they did 10, 15 minutes a day, if that, honestly, if that, seriously. Mainly because, you know, it's been really, really hot, and they've been down there in the pond and in these shade, you know, the shade that these huge trees put off. But when they had this, they didn't pace that side over there where the goats and donkeys and everything was. They didn't pace that side, wanting to get into that pasture. So, I don't know. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. What you doing there is top, Enjoying this pasture over here? This beautiful pasture? I tell you, the pastures are holding up with the lack of rain we've got. I can tell you that. They are really, really holding up. Thank goodness we got a great, great, great drought-tolerant pasture grass here on our farm, and that is Bahia and Bermuda grass. Thank goodness, right, buddy? Yeah, but it won't be long. If we don't get some rain soon, we're probably going to see some Captain Crunch happening pretty quick. Y'all was headed back to the barn to put this bucket up and see what's going on in there with Brooke. And look here, that's Gus and Loretta's waller. I let the water running on it so I could get good and filled up. And hey, Miss Honey. Hey, girl. Hey, girl, you want to come see me? I gotta go cut this water off. Now, I'll be done got in trouble by the farm police, you know it? But I'll come pet you, though. Yeah, I'll come pet you. Come here. Come here, beautiful. Yeah, you've been rolling around in the dirt, too. Look at you. Look at you. Yeah. And that's how they keep the flies and any type of skin parasite at bay. Yeah, they roll around in that dirt just like a chicken does. They dust bathe. Yeah. All right, baby. All right, baby. I gotta go cut this water off before I get in big trouble. Peach is already fussing about stuff, you know. I don't need her to be fussing about the water bill. Oh, stinking stunk. I almost forgot to cut the water off, guys. Sure did. Sure did almost forget to cut that water off. Yeah, thank goodness for the bracelet. I would have gotten in big trouble. I know some are gonna ask, Jason, where's Holly? She usually follows you. She normally does, y'all, but all the animals are in the shade. All of them. Y'all can see Rock right there in the shade. And Holly, I can see her laying down. She's up here by the barn in the shade. These animals they ain't crazy. So if I'm outside and y'all don't see Holly, either one of two things. Either she's in the shade because it's hot, or She's been working all day with me, and we go inside and take a break, and sometimes she won't come out because it's hot. It's just hot. Holly ain't no fool. Good morning, Snow White. How you doing, girl? How you doing? Snow White's still enjoying her friend. Now, she don't stay in here all day and look at this mirror. She goes out, she does her normal routine, but she does come and check the mirror out throughout the day. And that's exactly what we want. We want her to feel like she's got somebody else in here with her until we find the perfect match for her. She's good. She's really, 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 really good. And there seemed to be some people worried that this mirror was going to reflect sunlight in the barn and catch the barn on fire. Y'all, there's no sun that comes directly this way. Our sun is on that side. The sun comes over here and over there. It never, ever, ever comes this way. You can see this line right here. That line never shifts and hits that mirror. I see you made your way into the barn, didn't you? Because Mama just took the tractor. Yes, she did. Brooke is gone to put the eggs up in the farm stand and grab our garbage cans. Garbage man ran late yesterday. Want to give you guys a quick update on the Volkswagen bus and Granddaddy's tractor. That seems to be coming up a lot. The Volkswagen bus, we have run into some issues with the engine rebuild. Hopefully, maybe this weekend, we'll get back on it and try to get the motor put in this weekend. We think we got some stuff figured out, or Donnie Volkswagen does. And we're gonna get this put back together and we're gonna try. That was our goal. Seemed like everything was going smooth, everything was going fine. The bus was gonna be ready for the Pedals event. Fingers crossed that still happens. As for Granddaddy's tractor, well, my initial plan is to wait till Donnie Volkswagen got through with the bus and we were going to work on the tractor because we think it's fairly simple. Feel like it's the float or the needle and seat in the carburetor's stuck open, one of the two. And Donnie knows how to work on these because he has an old Ford 9N. This is an 8N, he's got a 9N, and he knows how to work on that old tractor. It was his granddaddy's, got passed down to him, so he knows how to do it. But the Volkswagen took way longer than we anticipated, and mainly, well, it ain't mainly, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. I kept wanting to go further and further and further with the Volkswagen. Looking back, maybe we just should have put the new gas tank in, put the engine and new distributor in, and let it rip. That's probably what we should have done looking back. And, you know, drive it until something happened. But, you know, I was like, we got the motor out, let's look at this. We got the motor out, let's look at this. And then it just got further and further and further. And then it ended up being a complete engine rebuild. And that took, or has taken, you know, 5 times longer than it should. You know, went from maybe 2 or 3 weekends till, you know, here we are in a couple of months. So that's my fault, which has delayed Granddaddy's tractor, which again is all my fault. Now, I could take this back to Mr. Gary, who originally worked on it and got it going. And he said, you know, bring it to him. He would, you know, work it in and get this thing going. But, you know, we thought this wasn't going to take that long. We could get on this. And I want to know how to work on these things. Okay? I want to learn if there's something wrong with this old tractor that I'm not having to depend on somebody else to show me how to work on this tractor. And y'all, I'm one of those people that is a hands-on person. I can read books, I can watch videos, but I'm gonna have to do it for myself. I'm gonna have to get dirty, I'm gonna have to take it apart, I'm gonna have to do this myself. And that's the way I learn, and that's just the way I'm made. So I want to know how to do this, and I want to know how to do the bus, and I want to know how to do the tractor, because, you know, if something else goes wrong with this tractor, I want to have the confidence to be able to work on it without having to call or depend on taking it to another mechanic or taking it to somebody. You know, I can just do it here. So that's the reason why things are taking longer. It's mainly my fault and, you know, some unforeseen circumstances. But we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Peachy. Good morning, baby. Hey, you'd be proud of me this morning. The bracelet reminded me to cut the water off. and it didn't run all day and possibly all night. Yeah, you have to write me up for that. How are you doing? Looking beautiful as ever with your crew here. Yes, you are. Hey, I don't know if you heard or not, but we had a beehive yesterday. It's pretty much gone. It was weak. Don't know what happened. Anything could happen, but the wax moths took it over, and the beehive is pretty much destroyed, and it's just full of wax moths. But I got a plan and an idea for this that I think some farm employees here are going to thoroughly enjoy. So me and Brooke are going to suit up, and I'm going to show y'all what we're going to do with that hive. In the meantime, if y'all don't watch Brooke's videos, the Rhode Island Reds are huge. Look at here. And they are moved to the grow out portion of the brooder. It's a lot taller, gives them more head space, and there's no heater in here because they don't need heat anymore. Also, Brooke got some wholesomers, which lay the super dark eggs, and a few days ago, she got some barred rocks as well. All these chickens were half off, I believe, at Tractor Supply. I really can't believe Tractor Supply is still getting chickens in or chicks in, and they're not selling. That's what's happening, and that's why they're going half off, because nobody's wanting to get chickens or chicks this time of year. But honestly, this is really the ideal time to get chicks if you want eggs, because come peak laying season next year, these guys will be ready to go. They should start laying. And I mean, it'd be perfect. We're not having to wait till mid-summer, end of summer for them to start laying. These guys are gonna be ready to roll. All right, let's go suit up. I'm gonna show y'all what we're gonna do with this hive today. I hope it works, but I think it's going to. Y'all, I just called Holly because I thought she was right there under the thing. Nope, she's down here under the buggy. Goodness gracious. All right, so I know a lot of y'all have seen the new hat that I'm wearing. This has probably been one of the biggest requests, I don't know, that I've seen in a while, for years, because I love to wear straw hats, and that is, you know, I wish you had a straw hat. I wish you had a straw hat. So we now, via our good friends over there at This and That, now can do straw hats, as you can see, and it's got the leather patch with our logo on it. I'm loving this hat. I've been wearing it for a couple of weeks now. I kind of wanted to test it out a little bit before we made it live on the website. It should be live this weekend, so this video is going to be Friday. Hey girl, hot ain't it, baby? Yeah, we're going to go inside and let you cool off. But it should be live by this weekend on the website, is what I've been told, and ready to go. Now, I do want to say this about this hat. You know, these hats are all, you know, one size fits most, okay? This hat is on the larger side. I have owned and own several straw hats. This is by far the biggest one yet. But I like them like this. I don't like anything tight around my head, and a lot of times I'll even get a headache because of it. But this hat is on the larger side. The measurements are on the website, so double check that before you order it. I don't want any of y'all to get upset saying, hey, this hat's way too big. It is on the larger side, so double check the measurements. And it's not a tight fitting hat, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Talking about the beehive and the wax moths, and you think you lose them to wax moths, and I guess you kind of do and you kind of don't. The only way really that wax moths or hive beetles will take over a hive is if that hive is super weak. It's got to be weak. If that hive is strong, the bees will defend it and take care of it all and handle it. But if that hive gets weak for any reason, they can't protect it. They don't have enough bees to ward off the hive beetles or the wax moths. You know, talking to Miss Rachel yesterday, she really didn't know what could have caused it, because there's so many variables But more than likely, it was a queen issue. So either the queen swarmed, they swarmed and didn't make another queen. The queen was weak, so which made the hive weak, or the queen could have just died, and so the hive was queenless. So if the hive's queenless, it's not making any babies, and so therefore the bees are not reproducing enough and building that colony enough to protect it. So she thinks it was a queen issue. She said it could have been other things too, but her best guess was a queen issue. What are you doing, Tuck Tuck? What are you doing? Me Rocky? Oh goodness, girl. All right, y'all, let's go do this. Luckily, it shouldn't be that bad because there's not any bees in this hive.
You don't think their neighbors will be mad?
No, because we're not going to be messing with their hives. You ready?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Let me get your gloves on. You got it.
I got it.
We're doing this morning, but it's still warm, really warm. So when we used to work bees, I would get so hot I couldn't wear my glasses because they would fall off my head. Your face gets really hot and you can't wipe it. So I had an idea of buying just a El Cheapo sweatband to go around my head. And yesterday was the first day that I really used it in hot weather, and it worked so well, so much so that Rachel loved the idea, and I think Rachel may be getting her a sweatband as well. Oh, I mean, it kept the sweat from pouring off your face. It really did. If you didn't watch Brooke's video, I'll show y'all which one it is. You can really tell when you get up here on it. But it's this second hive from the end. And if you look, y'all see bees in that hive. 0 bees. Bees, 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 bees. And of course, more bees. This one, none, 0 bees. And of course, in yesterday's video, the bees are doing great. All the other hives are doing fine. What Rachel suggested was that we take these frames out and give them to the chickens, and the chickens will clean it all up. The wax moths and the wax moth larvae, that's what they're really going to go after. Y'all can see
They are
them
definitely emerging.
right there. There he goes
Look
down.
at this one.
He don't like the sunlight. We're just gonna take all this to the chickens and they're gonna have a field day. Yeah, this one's light, so you can handle that one. The chickens are gonna, y'all look at all these. Y'all see them? They're everywhere. And what a wax moth does is it comes in and it makes like a cocoon, which is basically looks like a spider web. Oh, it gets even worse, don't it?
Is that one heavy?
It's a little heavy.
Yeah, the further you go down, the more there are.
Yeah, because they started
and
from the
boy,
bottom.
Look at the frames.
They started.
I mean, they are covered.
Yeah, you can see the webbing. You'll really see it when we take it out.
That's what I was fixing to say.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, they would have started here and worked their way up. So this is probably the worst. I'm curious to see what the chickens do, though. That was Rachel's suggestion, is to give it to the chickens. All right, girl, let's go do this. We took our suits off, hoping these bees, what few in there, are not going to be aggressive. Hope we didn't make a mistake. You go get the gate from Mama. Go get the gate. Oh, come on. I still got to work on training Holly for that gate. I believe you could get the gate. I'm going to teach you. Just got to figure that out. I don't know how to get you to open it. That'd be the hard part, wouldn't it? Pulling it wouldn't be that bad. You opening it up, that would be kind of tough with no thumbs. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope to have you guys something special.
They sure are interested.
They are interested. They act like they know what it is.
Well, they do.
I mean, look at this. Terrible. There are the moths right there.
Oh, yep, this black chicken has had 2. So now that she knows, oh, there you go, go 3. Now the other ones are realizing she's got something. What's good? Look at them.
Hey, what these guys giving us looks good.
Oh, she's got 4. Same chicken.
She's racking up.
Yep, she said, y'all keep on standing back. That black chicken's racking up. She's had like 7. Somebody stole it from her. Chicken football now.
Those roosters are so good. So good. What you think, Wilhelmina? Opal? Good stuff in it. That's right. Cheese said while everybody's hunting worms, he's gonna take him a dip. I hear you, Cheese. Oh.
Yeah.
Cheese said he had to cool his feet off. So we'll come back this evening and check the chickens and see what the frames look like. All right, y'all, so it's this evening. It's getting close to 7 o'clock, and I wanted to see what the chickens had done with these frames. What's up, guys? Y'all get all the critters taken care of? I know y'all did. I know y'all. Oh, we got them taken care of, sir. Oh, they done a number on them. That is fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. Rachel and Roy will be happy. Yeah. And what Rachel and Roy will do, they'll clean all these up. They'll sanitize and clean them up. They'll look brand new when they're done with them. Good job, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.